All these questions occurred to the British journalists, who decided to take up the case in January 1981. They reviewed the evidence and the police investigation, and decided that there were two questions in particular that went to the core of the mystery. Why did the women drive up the mountain with darkness approaching on what was clearly going to be a bitter night, and why was the shepherd's cottage found in such a filthy state? They began with the cottage, already closely examined by the Italian police, and quickly made an important discovery. The police had not investigated the stack of dishes properly. There were not 2 dirty plates, but 7. The top 2 were dirty, then there were 4 clean ones, then 5 more dirty ones underneath. There were not 2 used glasses, but 9. The police had not noticed other used glasses scattered around the room, the evidence suggesting, as it did, that more people had been in the cottage and over a longer period, confirmed the terrible suspicion that was already in the journalists' minds. Jeanette May, a former Rothschild, was an obvious victim for a kidnap attempt. They urged the authorities to call in kidnapping experts from Rome and to ask Scotland Yard to look for a possible London link, but the police and the public prosecutor refused. If the 2 women had been kidnapped, the reasons were obvious. Jeanette had a passport in the name of Rothschild, which had caused some anxiety to Gabriella. Her sister Caterina explained during March 1980, when Gabriella had been to Sarnano to help with the contract for the farm. All the papers had been full of the Shield kidnapping. On the way back, my sister refused to stay with the Signora in a hotel in Milan. She told the Signora that it was stupid and dangerous to travel in Italy with Rothschild in her passport. During May 1981, 6 months after the women had disappeared, the Italian police were no closer to solving the mystery. The thaw had come out, but no bodies had been found. Then suddenly there appeared to be a breakthrough. A new witness came forward. Ocello Valori, owner of the Sibilla Hotel at the ski village of Sassoteto, had apparently seen the 2 women twice on the day they disappeared. The British journalist hurried back to Italy to interview them. Valori said that the 2 women had first driven up to his hotel at about 10 on the Saturday morning. They sat for a while in the car park, and they entered his bar and ordered 2 hot drinks. The darker lady, Gabriella, had made a local telephone call. Other people were in the bar at the time who could corroborate this. The second time he saw the women was about 2 p.m. They had driven up again, this time in a light-coloured car driven by a man. Valori described him. He was tall, with chestnut hair. His face was a little podgy. He was 35-ish, a distinguished-looking person. He wore a light-coloured wool suit, no overcoat, and he was smoking. The 3 people spent about half an hour walking around the hotel car park, Jeanette and the man talking together. Stephen May now took matters into his own hands. He hired 2 private investigators, both from former Scotland Yard detectives. They made 2 trips to Sarnano, and during July reported on what they had found. They had come across human hair in the bathroom of the shepherd's cottage, both in the wash basin and in the bath. Scientific examination of the hair in London revealed that some was definitely from Gabriella's head. It was not possible to identify the rest positively. The detectives also found hair on the 2 pieces of cloth in the bathroom, which matched that found in the bath and the wash basin. The obvious explanation was the women had gone to the bathroom and had tried to dry their hair on 2 pieces of cloth, and this is what the Italian police concluded. The detectives saw nothing sinister in these finds, and decided the women had died accidentally and their bodies would eventually become found. A search began during August at Stephen May's urging, still found nothing.